Hey guys, Straight Arrow 43 here, or the Depressed Twinkie, whichever one it is. I will be posting these videos on both of my channels. I'm trying to get the Depressed Twinkie started and running up, because I would rather have that be my main YouTube channel, but until then, I'm gonna post it on both. So, today, like I said in my last video, we're gonna be doing all top 5s this week, and probably next week. Because of my thumb, it's just been really bad and it got messed up. I was playing basketball and the basketball just bent my thumb all the way back, and yeah, can't play very good with it. So can't do round 50 runs, can't do any of those. So I'm just gonna be doing some town gameplay along with the top 5. So that shouldn't be too hard for me to play, and it'll make for interesting videos, because in these videos you aren't really focused on the gameplay, it's more of the list. So that'll make it easier for me. I won't have to post out amazing gameplay. So expect a lot of fails. I already went down twice in my last video by round 6. So I'm not doing good by any means, but it's very fun. But this top 5, as you've probably read in the title, it's the top 5 best wonder weapons in Call of Duty Zombies. And there's just so many great wonder weapons that this was a pretty hard list to make, but I've boiled it down to these 5 wonder weapons. And all of these are amazing to have and great to have, and hopefully you guys enjoy this list. Let's get right into it. So with my number 5 wonder weapon, I am going to have to give this to the jet gun. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna have to give this to the, sorry. Mine just went blank for a second there. The acid gat. And notice I don't say the blunder gat. The acid gat. Because, of course you get the blunder gat first. But the blunder gat isn't that great of a wonder weapon until you actually upgrade it into the acid gat. And then upgrade the acid gat into the vitrolic withering. And then it is just amazing. It's really hard to down with this setup. Like, most of the times I find myself just shooting it and living. It's a lot like the Awful Lawton, but you have a lot more bullets. And it's an amazing wonder weapon. This paired up with Electric Cherry and a few other stuff, just, you're unbeatable. And it's really good because this map is so close quarters that it's nice to have a wonder weapon like this. One that just gets you out of any situation. And that's what I love about some Zombies maps. I think that's what makes a great Zombies map, just like balance. It's a really hard map, but it has these stuff that make it easier and not too hard. And a lot of maps in my top 5 worst maps aren't going to have that. So, hope you guys are excited for that video. But, in my, so, Acid Gat, it's just an amazing weapon to use. It's fun to use, it's so cool looking, and it's on one of the greatest maps, Mob of the Dead. As you saw in my last video, I ranked that at number 3, I think, yeah. So it's an amazing map. And at the number 4 spot is the Thunder Gun. And I don't think anyone thought that the Thunder Gun wasn't going to be on this list. But I bet quite a few people thought it was going to be higher. Maybe even at number 1 spot. But no, I wouldn't say it's that great. I would say it's definitely a good gun, but not number 1 spot worthy. And the reason I would say it's not number 1 spot worthy is because of, mainly because it doesn't produce max ammos. So in those higher rounds, you can't really use it to make the rounds go quicker. You're basically just using the traps at those rounds. And the maps that it was in was great, so that definitely gives it some extra points. But the fact that it doesn't produce max ammos is just a real downgrade to a lot of the other wonder weapons, and makes it not as good as a lot of the other wonder weapons. But it is really cool just seeing the zombies get blown away and just sometimes your screen even shaking. It's a really cool gun, but not number 1 spot worthy. So my number 3 spot, by the way, I will not be adding the Paralyzer into this list, because Paralyzer should be number 1, because it's an overpowered weapon. But the thing is, it's just so boring. It is the best wonder weapon. I'll say that right now, but I don't want to add it into this list because it just gets so boring, and it's on Die Rise, so any gun's amazing on that map. And I can't believe I got Ray Gun Mark II. That's going to help a lot in this gameplay, because I'm struggling, guys. But, yeah, and RPD. Sorry. So, the Paralyzer will not be in this, because it's just overpowered. And it's on the easiest map in the world, so it's the best wonder weapon, I'll say that, but I don't want it on this list. So, number 2 spot, I'm going to give to the staffs and the bows. Now, I couldn't decide which one I wanted to put here. They're both just so amazing, and I just couldn't decide. I tried, but they're both amazing. They both kind of act the same. Each of them has one that's a lot like them. Like, the ice staff is a lot like the lightning staff. The wolf bow is a lot like the lightning staff. I mean, yeah, the wolf bow is a lot like the lightning staff. And it just makes them so good, especially because they give max ammos. And they have those charged versions that are just amazing. And there's just so much good about them. It's amazing to have them, to have 4 of them on each map, so everyone can get one of these. And that's why I love them. The reason they're not in number 1 is because eventually they start slacking, and they start not giving you any kills. At about round 112, I believe, they just stop killing the zombies. They don't do anything at those rounds. So that's why they're not number 1. They would be, but they just stop working. So, and number 1 spot, and a few honorable mentions, is, well, first honorable mention has to be the Sliquifier. Now, this is an amazing gun, and pre-patch, it would have been number 1, but post-patch, it's still amazing, but it's not even close to as good as it used to be. And the other part about it, it's not as close to as good as it used to be. And now it's just, a lot of the times that I use it, it ends up just hitting me off the map. I end up falling off the map because it just slides me back. And that's the main reason. It just gets annoying because of that. And also, it's on Die Rise, which is not the best map, or not even close to one of the best maps. So, that's another reason why. But it's a great weapon, but didn't quite make the cut. Another honorable mention that I would have to put in is, it definitely has to be not the KT-4, the Mark III, Ray Gun Mark III. But after around 50, that weapon starts being bad and not working. So, I said no to it. And the Retriever, since it's not technically a specialist weapon, some people consider it a wonder weapon. But I consider it more of a wonder equipment, if that's even a thing. But it's more of equipment than it is an actual weapon. So, I don't consider it in the Wonder Weapons section. But our number 1 spot has to be the one and only Apothecon's Servant. Now, if you've ever used this gun, you know it's like the Thunder Gun, where when you have this gun out, you aren't gonna down. You can't down. But the thing with this is it gives max ammos, plus it's on BO3, so you can get alchemical and cash back. And you have unlimited ammo. And it's not just one shot where it kills 24 zombies. This thing lasts like one bullet lasts like 5 seconds. And it keeps killing zombies for all 5 of those seconds. So, it's gonna kill about 48 zombies on higher rounds, unlike the Thunder Gun, which will only kill 24. So, it's an amazing gun, and I had to put it at number 1. So, if you guys don't agree with this list and you thought I should have put something else on, then write down in the comments section what you thought I should have put on here. Another gun is the baby gun that I bet a lot of you are going to say I should have put it on here, but I don't actually. I've never played Shangri-La, which is, I'm really excited to play that on Chronicles, so I don't have an opinion for the baby gun. I've never actually used it, so I couldn't include that until I actually used it. So, I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video, but see you guys next video. Bye.